Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today we're going to be doing a reading with the Dark Mansion Tarot by Taroteca Studios. Now, if you're a fan of tarot, you're probably very much aware of this deck. This is one of the most popular decks out there right now, I believe. The illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. I relate them a lot to the art of like Tim Burton, Nightmare Before Christmas and stuff like that. I mean, it's not exact, it's not his art, but it's really fun and like carnival like, and it's just a really fun deck. So I thought we'd let it share its message with us today, and if this resonates with you, it's entirely for you. If it doesn't, hey, at least you get to see some cool cards. So we'll open the box here. Very cool box. It just opens right like that. And you have a little message right here. Beautiful little backs of the cards right there. And I'm going to set this card back in because that's not a card for the reading. And you've got the cards right here. Very beautiful quality. They're not exactly cardboard, they're not exactly plastic, they're a happy middle. They feel fantastic. I can't really show you that in the video. Maybe someday in the future, you'll be able to feel it, but there they are. When I did the festival last week, and I'm doing a festival again this weekend, one thing I noticed about people I did readings for, and it was actually surprising how many people actually told me this, that they don't think they can read tarot because they can't shuffle the cards. And every single one of those people that said it, I told them the same thing. Do not let the fact that you cannot shuffle cards keep you from doing something you want to do. Like you see here, as I'm shuffling the deck, you can't really even count this as shuffling. I'm really just putting them into 3 piles. And this is how I shuffle the cards every single time I do a reading. For starters, you're not going to bend the cards this way. These cards are actually pretty good about not being bent, but that way you don't bend them when you do it. They don't get damaged or anything like that because you're literally just setting the cards on top of one another. So we get through the deck, as always I want to thank the cards for giving me a voice because I would not have a voice without them, and giving them the absolute opportunity. We're not asking them anything specific. This is entirely up to them what they want to share. We're going to do a simple, like I do with my daily readings. Choose 2 cards and then share the bottom of the deck. And it's just going to be a reading like that. And I hope that you enjoy it. It'll be a message for me as much as it is for you. General reading for all of us, for humanity. And the cards share whatever caution, insight, information, inspiration, yeah, on whatever they want to share with us. So we got the cards there. We're going to shuffle the deck, or not shuffle the deck, but fan the deck like such. This one doesn't really want to do it as well as other decks per se because different texture of the cards, but we've got a few there. This one's definitely calling to me, and this guy right here. So there are 2 cards. Bring all the cards back together as one, flip it over, and there is our bottom of the deck, the Queen of Pentacles. So if you don't feel successful, the Queen of Pentacles says you can be. Start seeing yourself that way. She is the leader, feminine leader of the suit of material happiness and financial success. I know many of us can definitely relate to that, at the very least wanting to be that. So we have that one right there. Got one on the left, which is another court card, and the 7 of Pentacles. So this is a really interesting reading because it's Taurus season, Earth is growing, the plants are coming to life and stuff like that. So we definitely have that spring energy right here. And there's really no specific positions or anything like that. And like I said, this is how I do my daily readings. I kind of just let the cards share what they want to share. And we have the 3 characters here. The Page of Pentacles is the beginning of the suit of material happiness and financial success. So as he gazes at that pentacle in his hand, he's probably seeing himself. Maybe he's changing gender there. No, that's a thing. So maybe he's seeing himself as this queen right here. She's holding it and she's confident, but she's already achieved it. Whereas he is just beginning his path. So in our mind's eyes, we can see ourselves achieving what we want to achieve. And that's how we work with the law of attraction. We're kind of manifesting what we want to achieve. So in the present, we can say this is the present position. It shows we know what we want to do. We're focused on our goal, and that focus and knowing what it is we want to achieve, what's going to give us that financial success and wealth that we want. By seeing ourselves achieving it, we take the steps necessary to actually make it that our reality. So at the moment, maybe we're not exactly where we want to be. Page of Pentacles suggests we are just beginning this financially successful path, but definitely potential to achieve this goal here of the Queen of Pentacles. And before we get to the 7 of Pentacles there, which tells us to have patience, the Queen of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck kind of says, have compassion for ourselves. Learn from where we've been, take the time to think things through. It's a very feminine energy card, and it says just Trust yourself, trust that intuition, and have compassion for yourself, forgiving maybe the mistakes you had in the past. Maybe you've tried to have financial success in the past with different paths and stuff, but it just didn't pan out. So the Queen of Pentacles says, learn from those experiences, love who you are today, learn from your past, and trust your intuition to really achieve moving forward from the Page of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. We don't think of members of the court to necessarily have numbers attached to them, but if we see them as the next step in the numerical sequence after the completion of the 10 of the suit, then we can easily find their numbers. We know the page is what follows the 10, making it an 11. So that reduces to 2 the number of the High Priestess, so that tells us to trust our intuitions and stuff as well. So that 11 also relates to justice of the major arcana and says, believe we are worthy of fairness and balance, and at the same time it can also relate to the strength of the major arcana as well, because depending on what deck we're using, it makes that card either 8 or 11, so it's having the internal strength to believe in ourselves as well. And with the Queen of Pentacles here, her number would be, because the page would be 11, the knight would be 12, the queen would be 13, which kind of relates to death of the major arcana, and we have that leave the doubt behind, let the doubt come to an end, let it die, so we can find the confidence and the belief in ourselves to keep going. And then it reduces to 4, because 1 and 3 equals 4, and so it has the Emperor energy to connect to as well, to believe in ourselves and see ourselves as the strong foundations we are. We take the 1 and 3 that make up the 13 and the 4, we have the Magician and the Empress showing the power we have to create the lives we want for ourselves. So again, we might not be as far as we want to go with the page, but the Queen of Pentacles definitely says we have the potential. We just need to be kind to ourselves, be kind to others, and be willing to trust our inner voices and have compassion for who we are today, even if the past wasn't kind to us. And I haven't forgotten about this guy over here, the Seven of Pentacles. Not necessarily a fun card to see, because it's like patience with the process. No one really wants to have patience. They want things right here, right now. And personally, I've had this saying since I was a kid. It's patience is a virtue I do not possess. I will only have patience when I'm laid to rest. Yes, I made that up when I was a child. I don't know if I heard it on TV or something, but definitely something I'm not a fan of. But also definitely something that is needed if we are to achieve this queen status and feel successful, financially successful, and really on top of the world and achieving our goals. So the Seven of Pentacles actually is astrologically connected to the time of year it is right now. 5, 6, and 7 are the different decans of Taurus. So it is about May 10th to May 20th. So right about, today as this video is going up, it is May 13th, so it's right in the energy of the Seven of Pentacles. And it shows that, maybe we have already planted the seeds for our goals. Maybe it's actually seeds of actual plants and stuff like that. I know that's the time of year, especially like Northern Hemisphere and stuff, we're actually planting our plants and like growing them. So there is a patient message or patience with that as well. But that 7 right there of Pentacles, like whatever the seeds we're planting, whatever goals that we have set for ourselves, this page tells us that we are on the right track and we can't give up now. Even if the work isn't fun, even if it seems like it's everyday routine, mundane, and boring, keep working towards those goals to find the success that we desire. Because the 7 in the numerical sequence is what precedes the 8 of success and wealth. So this shows absolutely having the potential to take those goals that we set for ourselves, focusing on them so we can reach the Queen of Pentacles status. And it says just have patience with ourselves, patience with the process, and trust that we have what we need to succeed. That 7 relates to the Chariot of the major arcana, showing like when we find the confidence to get behind the wheel of our chariots and overcome the obstacles that stand in our way, we can find the success and wealth that we desire. So this short, simple little reading here definitely says, like, it's got so much potential right here, so much, like, promise that we can achieve financial success. Whatever you want to achieve, see this pentacle as what you're working to achieve, what you want to achieve in your life. Focus on it, put forth the effort, work to achieve your goal. That's how we achieve anything. Work and patience are the ways to achieve the Queen of Pentacles status. So that is the message from the Dark Mansion Tarot that I wanted to be shared with you today. Again, like I said, I was not specific about anything. I just let the cards come up the way they were. That's just a fun way I like to do it. And if you're watching, like I said in the beginning, if you don't know how to shuffle, don't let that hinder you from reading the tarot. Tarot is so much fun. It gives us the answers and stuff that we might not have realized ourselves. I want this reading to empower you to go after your dreams. Believe that you have what it takes to achieve this queen status. As always, I really want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one.